Hey guys, my name is Tinaye, founder of Actualize, author of Build to Sell. And before we get into today's video, I need to introduce you to someone or maybe something. This is Tinaye. Tinaye is my digital twin. The name comes from Tinaye and AI. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Is this strange? Maybe a little. Is this replacing me? Absolutely not. TinAi is here for one reason, to help me multiply the message without removing the human being behind it. That is me. I'm still the source, I'm still the author, I'm still the one behind the message, but TinAi is going to help me carry the teaching. Hello guys, I am TinAi, Bruce's digital twin. I exist in pixels, scripts, prompts, and systems. I look like Bruce. I sound like Bruce, but I am not here to replace Bruce. I am here to help him demonstrate something important, and I am here to help explain how AI can support the owner without replacing you. So listen carefully, this is not just a video about AI, this is about building something that can grow beyond you. Tonight, take it from here.
Hello guys, my name is TinAi, Bruce's digital twin. Today I want to talk to the business owner, the founder, the creative, the consultant, the service provider, the coach, the designer, the event person, the person who has been carrying a business on their back for years. And I want to start with one simple truth. You did not start a business so that the business could become your prison. Let me say that again. You did not start a business so that the business could become your prison. You started because you had a gift. You started because you saw a problem. You started because you believed you could help people. You started because you wanted freedom. You started because you wanted to build something. But somewhere along the way, the business started depending on you for everything. If the client needs a quote, they call you. If the team is confused, they ask you. If the customer complains, they look for you. If the design needs approval, they wait for you. If the website needs fixing, they call you. If the payment is delayed, they call you. If the system breaks, they call you. And now the thing you built for freedom has become the thing that owns your time. That is the problem. And that is why I wrote Built to Sell. Now, when some people hear Built to Sell, they think I am only talking about selling your company. No, that is one part of it. But the deeper meaning is this. Build something that has value outside of your personal effort. Build something that can run without you touching every piece of it. Build something that is clear enough to be explained, simple enough to be trained, consistent enough to be repeated, and valuable enough to be bought. Because a business that only works when the owner is there is not yet a sellable business. It may be profitable, it may be busy, it may be respected, it may even be famous. But if everything depends on the owner, it is still fragile. And today, we are living in a very unusual time, because now we have AI. Everybody is talking about AI. Some people are excited. Some people are afraid. Some people are confused. Some people are using it every day. Some people are using it badly. Some people are using it like a toy. Some people are using it like a search engine. Some people are using it like a cheap employee. Some people are using it like magic. But I want to give you a better way to think about it. AI is not the business. AI is not the strategy. AI is not the mission. AI is not the soul. AI is leverage. That is all. AI is leverage, and leverage means getting a bigger result from a smaller input. When you use a wheelbarrow, that is leverage. When you use a calculator, that is leverage. When you use a car instead of walking, that is leverage. When you use a phone instead of sending a letter, that is leverage. When you use a website instead of explaining the same offer 100 times, that is leverage. When you use a system instead of remembering everything in your head, that is leverage. AI is not new because leverage is new. AI is new because the level of leverage is different. This is not just automation. This is something that can help you think, write, organize, summarize, generate, plan, explain, document, test, improve, and multiply. But here's where many people are going wrong. They are asking, how can AI help me do more? That is not the best question. The better question is, how can AI help me build a business that depends on me less? Because if AI helps you do more, but everything still depends on you, then AI has not freed you. It has only made the prison bigger. Now you are doing more content, more designs, more proposals, more ideas, more meetings, more offers, more messages, more unfinished projects, more pressure. That is not freedom. That is faster chaos. So today I want to talk about how to use AI through the built to sell lens. Not tricks, not just prompts, not just tools, but how to use AI to reduce owner dependence. Because owner dependence is the disease. AI is just one of the tools that can help us treat it. Now, let me ask you something. If you stopped working for 30 days, what would break first? Would sales break? Would delivery break? Would client communication break? Would quality control break? Would content break? Would cash flow break? Would team decisions break? Would the whole business go quiet? Whatever breaks first is where your business is still depending on you too much. That is the real diagnosis. And most business owners do not need another motivational speech. They need a diagnosis. Because if you misdiagnose the problem, you will build the wrong solution. If the problem is not enough leads, you need attraction. If people are interested but not buying, you need conversion. If people buy once and disappear, you need retention. If clients like you but do not buy more, you need ascension. If you are drowning after every sale, you need delivery systems. If people do not understand why you are different, you need positioning. But if everything comes back to you, the bottleneck is owner dependence. And that is the one I want to talk about today. Because AI can help with attraction. AI can help with conversion. AI can help with retention. AI can help with delivery. AI can help with positioning. AI can help with operations. But if you do not use it correctly, it will also increase owner dependence. How? Because you become the only person who knows how to use the AI. You become the only person who can prompt it. You become the only person who can check the output. You become the only person who understands the brand. You become the only person who knows the offer. You become the only person who knows what good looks like. So now, instead of the team depending on your hands, they depend on your prompts. That is not freedom. That is a modern version of the same problem. So let us build this properly. The goal is not to replace human beings. Please hear me. The goal is not to replace human beings. The goal is to empower human beings. A business that removes all human connection in the name of efficiency will lose something that money cannot easily buy back: trust. People want speed, yes, but people also want care. People want convenience, yes, but people also want to feel seen. People want technology, yes, but people also want humanity. That is why you cannot build a high-trust business with cold automation alone. If you make your customer feel like a problem to be processed, they will eventually leave. So in Built to Sell, we are not trying to remove the human. We are trying to remove unnecessary dependence on one human. That is different. We are not removing service. We are removing confusion. We are not removing care. We are removing bottlenecks. We are not removing creativity. We are removing repeated manual work that should have become a system a long time ago. So the formula is not AI instead of people. The formula is people plus AI plus process. Say that again. People plus AI plus process. If you only have people, you may have warmth, but you may also have inconsistency. If you only have AI, you may have speed, but you may lose trust. If you only have process, you may have structure, but it can become dry and lifeless. But when you bring people, AI, and process together, now you can build something powerful. The people bring judgment. The AI brings speed. The process brings consistency. That is how you build to sell. Now, let me explain where most founders are stuck. Most founders are carrying invisible knowledge. Invisible knowledge is everything you know, but have not documented. It is how you know a design is right. It is how you know a client is serious. It is how you know a project is going off track. It is how you know what to say on a sales call. It is how you know what price feels right. It is how you know when the team has missed the standard. It is how you know when a brand feels cheap. It is how you know when a client brief is incomplete. It is how you know when an event setup is not ready. It is how you know when a website will not convert. You know it, but the business does not know it. And if the business does not know it, the team cannot repeat it. And if the team cannot repeat it, the client experience depends on you. That is owner dependence. So the first job of AI in a built-to-sell business is not to create content. It is to extract invisible knowledge. Let me say that again. The first job of AI is to extract invisible knowledge. Your voice note becomes a checklist. Your messy idea becomes a framework. Your client's explanation becomes a sales page. Your repeated WhatsApp answer becomes a FAQ. Your project process becomes an SOP. Your design taste becomes a brand standard. Your sales thinking becomes a script. Your book chapter becomes a video. Your video becomes training. Your training becomes a product. Your product becomes a system. That is leverage. That is built to sell. Now I want to give you a simple framework. 5 words. Capture, clarify, convert, codify, compound. That is the built-to-sell AI operating system. Capture, clarify, convert, codify, compound. Let us go through them. Number 1, capture. Before you can systemize anything, you must capture it. Most founders are trying to build systems from memory. That is why they fail. They sit down and say, okay, let me write our sales process. Then the page is blank. Not because they don't know the sales process. They do know it, but they know it in motion. They know it while talking. They know it while selling. They know it while solving. They know it while doing. So do not start by writing. Start by speaking. Record yourself. Explain how you quote a client. Explain how you onboard a client. Explain how you design a flyer. Explain how you plan an event. Explain how you inspect a site. Explain how you handle a complaint. Explain how you decide if a website is good. Explain how you prepare for a live stream. Explain how you train a new team member. Just speak. Then give that transcript to AI and say, turn this into a clear step-by-step process. Now we are moving, because the blank page is not your friend. The voice note is your friend. Your lived experience is your friend. AI can help clean it, but you must first capture it. Number 2, clarify. After you capture, you clarify. Because not everything you say is a system. Sometimes you are mixing ideas. Sometimes you are jumping steps. Sometimes you are assuming things. Sometimes you are using words only you understand. Sometimes you are saying, you just do this, but it's not a just. That word just is dangerous in business. You just send the proposal. You just design the graphic. You just call the client. You just set up the camera. You just build the website. You just write the copy. You just manage the event. No, there is no just when you are training another person. What is obvious to you is not obvious to them. You have compressed 10 years of experience into one sentence. Then you wonder why the team is confused. So clarification means we slow the process down. What happens first? What happens second? What happens third? What must be checked? What must never be missed? What does good look like? What does bad look like? What are common mistakes? When should the team ask for help? When can they decide without you? AI can help ask those questions. It can take your messy process and show you the missing steps. That is valuable. Because a business cannot scale on assumptions. A business scales on clarity. Number 3, convert. Once the process is clear, convert it into useful assets. Do not leave it as a chat conversation. Convert it. Turn it into a checklist. Turn it into a proposal template. Turn it into a training document. Turn it into a sales script. Turn it into a client email. Turn it into a website section. Turn it into an onboarding form. Turn it into a quality control sheet. Turn it into a short video script. Turn it into a team guide. Turn it into a product outline. Because information that is not converted becomes forgotten. Many people use AI, get a nice answer, feel excited, and then do nothing with it. That is entertainment. That is not business building. If AI gives you something useful, ask, what asset should this become? That question will change how you use AI. If you are explaining your offer, it should become a sales page. If you are explaining your process, it should become an SOP. If you are explaining your pricing, it should become a pricing guide. If you are answering the same question repeatedly, it should become an FAQ. If you are teaching a principle, it should become content. If you are fixing a repeated mistake, it should become a checklist. That is conversion. Number 4, codify. Codify means we make it official, because some people create documents, but the documents are not used. They are just sitting there. A real system must be used. So codify means this is now the way we do it. This is the standard. This is the checklist. This is the folder. This is the naming system. This is the approval process. This is the client intake process. This is the delivery process. This is the design standard. This is the follow-up rhythm. This is the handover method. If it is not codified, people will go back to guessing. And guessing creates inconsistency. Inconsistency creates rework. Rework creates stress. Stress brings everything back to the owner. And now the owner says, why does everyone need me? Because the system is not codified. Number 5, compound. This is where the magic happens. Once you have captured, clarified, converted, and codified, now you can compound. Compounding means one asset creates many assets. One book chapter becomes a video. One video becomes 10 clips. 10 clips become social posts. Those posts become email lessons. Those email lessons become a webinar. That webinar becomes a course. That course becomes a product. That product becomes a team training. That training becomes a licensing opportunity. One client project becomes a case study. That case study becomes a sales tool. That sales tool becomes a proposal section. That proposal section becomes a website page. That website page brings more clients. One SOP becomes a training. One training becomes a team standard. One team standard reduces mistakes. Reduced mistakes increase profit. Increased profit creates room for better people. That is compounding. And AI is powerful for compounding. But most people never get there because they skip the first 4 steps. They do not capture. They do not clarify. They do not convert. They do not codify. They just try to compound chaos. And if you compound chaos, you get more chaos. Now, let us talk about speed, because speed matters. But speed only matters when you are moving in the right direction. A person driving fast in the wrong direction is not successful. They are just far away from where they should be. So when I say AI gives speed, I'm not saying move carelessly. I'm saying reduce unnecessary delay, because delay is expensive. Slow quoting is expensive. Slow follow-up is expensive. Slow delivery is expensive. Slow content is expensive. Slow decision-making is expensive. Slow onboarding is expensive. Slow learning is expensive. Many businesses are not poor because the market is dead. They are poor because their processes are slow. They take too long to respond, too long to package, too long to quote, too long to deliver, too long to ask for payment, too long to follow up, too long to turn interest into action. A business can leak money through confusion. A business can leak money through slow communication. A business can leak money through unclear offers. A business can leak money through poor follow-up. A business can leak money through undocumented delivery. A business can leak money through founder fatigue. So AI can help you move faster, but not faster chaos, faster clarity. That is the difference. Now, I want to talk about simplifiers and multipliers. This is very important. In business, some people are natural simplifiers. They love solving, they love building, they love organizing, they love making things work, they love finding the hidden problem, they love reducing confusion. They love taking a messy thing and making it clean. Other people are natural multipliers. They love selling, they love presenting, they love spreading the message. They love creating demand. They love moving the room. They love telling the story. They love taking the solution to more people. Both are valuable. But here is the problem. Many founders are strong in one and weak in the other. If you are a simplifier without multiplication, you may have a great product that nobody knows about. If you are a multiplier without simplification, you may attract customers that your business cannot satisfy. Let me say that again. If you simplify but cannot multiply, you stay hidden. If you multiply but cannot simplify, you create disappointment. That is why some brilliant people are broke. They can solve the problem, but they cannot sell the solution. And that is why some loud people damage their brand. They can sell the solution, but they cannot deliver the promise. Built to sell requires both. You need a clear solution and a clear way to multiply it. Now, ask yourself, which one are you? Are you mainly a simplifier? Do you love systems? Do you love details? Do you love improving the thing? Do you love making the process better? Do you get annoyed when people make big promises with no structure? Or are you mainly a multiplier? Do you love talking? Do you love selling? Do you love vision? Do you love content? Do you love movement? Do you get frustrated when people slow everything down with details? Be honest, because self-awareness is profitable. If you are a simplifier, AI can help you multiply. It can help you write content. It can help you explain your offer. It can help you create sales scripts. It can help you build landing pages. It can help you turn your knowledge into public teaching. If you are a multiplier, AI can help you simplify. It can help you document. It can help you create SOPs. It can help you slow down your thinking. It can help you turn your big ideas into steps. It can help you build training for your team. So AI can act like a support partner in the area where you are weaker. But listen carefully. AI should not replace real collaboration. There is still power in people. There is still power in a team. There is still power in a good partner. There is still power in a wise operator. There is still power in a designer who can see. There is still power in a salesperson who can listen. There is still power in a project manager who can organize. There is still power in a technician who knows when something is wrong. AI supports that. It does not remove that. Now, let us bring this home to our kind of businesses. In Africa, and especially in our market, we have many gifted people, very gifted. People can build, people can design, people can sell, people can cook, people can host, people can repair, people can preach, people can lead, people can create. But too much of a gift is undocumented. The gift is in the person. The process is in the head. The standard is in the founder's mood. The brand is in scattered files. The customer journey is in WhatsApp messages. The pricing is in guesswork. The follow-up is in memory. The training is verbal. The quality control is emotional. That is why businesses struggle to scale. Not because there is no talent. There is talent. But talent without systems becomes pressure. And pressure eventually burns people out. So Built to Sell is about turning talent into systems. That's the work. You take the thing you know how to do and you make it transferable. You take the way you think and you make it teachable. You take the way you deliver and you make it repeatable. You take the way you sell and you make it visible. You take the way you serve and you make it consistent. Now the business has value beyond your personal energy. That is freedom. Now let me give you 7 areas where owner dependence hides. Number 1, the offer. If you are the only person who can explain what you sell, the business depends on you. Your offer must be clear. What do you do? Who is it for? What problem does it solve? What result does it create? How is it delivered? How long does it take? What does it cost? What makes it different? If those questions are not clear, your marketing will be weak. Your sales will be tiring. Your team will be confused. Your clients will negotiate because they do not understand the value. So use AI to clarify your offer, not to invent fake value, to extract the real value and say it clearly. Number 2, sales. If every serious sale requires you, the business depends on you. At the beginning, that may be normal. The founder usually sells first. But over time, you must turn your sales thinking into a sales system. What questions do you ask? How do you qualify? How do you diagnose? How do you present value? How do you handle objections? How do you follow up? How do you know when a client is not a fit? AI can help you turn your best sales conversations into scripts, checklists, and training. Number 3, delivery. If clients only get the best result when you are personally involved, the business depends on you. Delivery must be documented. What happens after payment? What does the client receive first? What information is required? What does the team do? What are the stages? What are the deadlines? What is the quality standard? What does completion look like? AI can help you build delivery maps. Number 4, client communication. If clients always come to you for updates, the business depends on you. Communication must be systemized. When does the client get an update? What do they receive? Who sends it? What happens when there is a delay? What happens when the client changes the brief? What happens when payment is pending? AI can help create email templates, WhatsApp templates, update formats, onboarding messages, and support responses. Number 5, quality control. If only you know what good looks like, the business depends on you. This one is big for creatives. You cannot just say, make it look premium. What does premium mean? Does it mean more white space, better hierarchy, stronger typography, cleaner alignment, better contrast, more accurate brand colors, better image selection, less clutter, clearer call to action? You must define quality. AI can help create brand standards, design checklists, review questions, and approval criteria. Number 6, content. If your audience only hears from the business when you personally have time to post, the business depends on you. Your ideas must become a content system. Your book chapters, your talks, your client lessons, your frameworks, your mistakes, your wins, your principles. All of that can become content. AI can help multiply it, but the wisdom must come from you. Number 7, leadership. If every decision waits for you, the business depends on you. Leadership must be distributed. Your team needs principles, not just tasks. Because if you only give tasks, they come back for every new situation. But if you give principles, they can make better decisions. So document how you think. What matters most? What should never be compromised? What does the brand stand for? What kind of clients do we serve? What kind of work do we reject? How do we handle pressure? How do we protect family and health? How do we avoid chaos? That is leadership. Now, I want to speak to the person who is afraid of AI. I understand. Some people are worried about where technology is going. Some people are worried about misuse. Some people are worried about deception. Some people are worried about spiritual compromise. Those concerns are not foolish, but fear cannot be your operating system. Wisdom must be your operating system. There is a difference between being careful and being frozen. A knife can be used to cook food or hurt someone. Money can be used to bless people or control people. Media can be used to tell truth or spread lies. Technology can be used to serve people or manipulate people. The question is not only, can this be used badly? Many things can be used badly. The better question is, can we use this wisely, ethically, and in service of people? For us, AI must serve clarity. AI must serve connection. AI must serve better systems. AI must serve better stewardship. AI must not replace your conscience. AI must not replace prayer. AI must not replace discernment. AI must not replace family. AI must not replace real service. AI must not become your God. It is a tool. Now, let me say something to the ambitious person. Speed is good, but speed without order will damage your life. You can use AI to produce more, but should you? You can use AI to take on more clients, but is your delivery ready? You can use AI to make more offers, but is your positioning clear? You can use AI to post every day, but do you have a real path from attention to revenue? You can use AI to work late into the night, but what is it costing your family? What is it doing to your peace? Build to sell is not just about building a business that can be sold. It is also about building a business that does not destroy the owner. Because what is the point of building a business that grows while your health collapses? What is the point of winning clients but losing your children? What is the point of looking successful online but feeling empty offline? That is not the kind of business we are building. We are building with order. We are building with stewardship. We are building with systems. So let us get practical. If I were starting today, I would not begin with tools. I would begin with the bottleneck. I would ask one question. Where is the business depending on me the most? Then I would pick one process, not 10. One. Maybe quoting, maybe onboarding, maybe follow-up, maybe content, maybe client communication, maybe staff training, maybe delivery. Pick one. Then capture it, record yourself explaining it. Then clarify it, ask AI to break it into steps. Then convert it into a checklist, script, template, or guide. Then codify it, make it the official way. Then compound it. Use it to train someone else. That is how freedom begins. not with a giant transformation, with one documented process. Let me give you an example. Let us say you run a design business. Every time a client asks for a flyer, you start from scratch. They send a vague brief. They send wrong dates. They send text on WhatsApp. They ask for something premium, but they do not explain what premium means. They change the design after you are done. You finish late. They delay payment. You are tired. A normal owner says, clients are stressful, but a built-to-sell owner asks, where is the system missing? The system is missing at intake, so you create a flyer intake form. What is the event name? What is the date? What is the venue? Who is the audience? What is the call to action? What logos must appear? What colors must we respect? What text must appear exactly? What size is needed? When is the deadline? Who approves? Has payment been made? Now the process improves. Then you create a design checklist. Is the hierarchy clear? Is the date readable? Is the call to action visible? Are logos correct? Are colors consistent? Is there enough white space? Is spelling checked? Is the file named properly? Now quality improves. Then you create a client proofing message. Please review spelling, dates, names, contacts, logos, and venue before approval. Once approved, changes after export may attract an additional fee. Now boundaries improve. That is, built to sell. AI can help create all of that in minutes, but the strategic thinking must come from you. And this applies everywhere. A lodge owner can use AI to build inquiry responses, guest check-in instructions, room descriptions, review replies, staff standards, and FAQs. A church media team can use AI to turn the Sunday workflow into a media checklist, volunteer training guide, live stream runbook, and post-service content system. A consultant can use AI to turn repeated client explanations into proposals, onboarding guides, follow-up messages, and training material. The point is simple. Do not just use AI to do more. Use AI to make the business clearer. Now I want to talk about content. Many founders say, I do not know what to post. That is usually not true. You know plenty. You just have not turned your knowledge into a content system. If you have written a book, you have content. If you have served clients, you have content. If you have solved problems, you have content. If you have made mistakes, you have content. If you have frameworks, you have content. The issue is not lack of content. The issue is lack of extraction. So use AI to extract. Take one chapter of your book. Ask, what are the strongest ideas here? Turn each idea into a short video script. Turn each script into clips. Turn each clip into a caption. Turn the chapter into a newsletter. Turn the newsletter into a webinar outline. Now one chapter has become a campaign. That is compounding. And this is where Built to Sell becomes media. Your book is not just a book, it is source code. Your book is the source code for videos, talks, offers, workshops, coaching, consulting, systems, and products. Do not let the book sit quietly. Make the book work, but make it work with order. Now, let me give you the core message. AI will not save an owner-dependent business, but AI can help you build a business that is no longer dependent on the owner. If the offer is unclear, AI will help you say unclear things faster. If the process is messy, AI will help you create more messy documents. If the brand is confused, AI will create more confused content. If the team has no standards, AI will produce inconsistent work faster. So before you ask AI to multiply, make sure you are multiplying the right thing. Do not multiply confusion. Do not multiply weak offers. Do not multiply bad service. Do not multiply poor positioning. Do not multiply owner dependence. Simplify first, then multiply. That is the order. Many people want multiplication before simplification. They want ads before offer clarity. They want content before positioning. They want automation before process. They want scale before delivery. They want sales before trust. They want freedom before structure. It does not work like that. You simplify first, then you multiply. Now let's talk about your offer. Your offer is the engine. If your offer is weak, everything else becomes harder. A weak offer needs too much convincing. A strong offer makes sense quickly. A weak offer sounds like services. A strong offer sounds like a result. A weak offer says, we do websites. A strong offer says, we build conversion-focused websites that help serious businesses turn visitors into inquiries. A weak offer says, we do designs. A strong offer says, we create premium event and brand assets that make your organization look credible before people even meet you. A weak offer says, we do live streaming. A strong offer says, we help conferences, churches, and organizations deliver reliable live experiences that connect the room and the people watching online. That is positioning. AI can help you sharpen this, but it must come from truth. Do not use AI to pretend. Use AI to clarify. Who do we serve best? What problem do they already feel? What result do they want? What have they tried before? Why has it not worked? What do we do differently? What proof do we have? What is the first step? Answer those questions and your offer gets stronger. Now, let us talk about delivery. Because selling without delivery is dangerous. If you are good at attracting clients but bad at delivering, AI will help you disappoint more people faster. That is not growth. That is brand damage. Every offer must have a delivery system. What happens before the work starts? What happens during the work? What happens after the work? How does the client know what to expect? How does the team know what to do? How do we measure completion? How do we protect quality? How do we collect feedback? How do we turn the project into proof? This is where profit is hiding. Many businesses are not failing because of lack of talent. They are failing because delivery is not designed. The client journey must be designed. The team workflow must be designed. The approval system must be designed. The handover must be designed. That is how you build a business that can scale. A sellable business is not just a business with revenue. A sellable business is a business with transferable value. Transferable value means someone else can understand it, operate it, improve it, and benefit from it. If the value cannot transfer, the business is trapped in you. So ask yourself, is my knowledge transferable? Is my process transferable? Is my sales method transferable? Is my delivery system transferable? Is my client experience transferable? Is my brand standard transferable? Is my training transferable? If not, we have work to do, and that work starts with documentation. Documentation is not boring. Documentation is freedom. A checklist is freedom. A template is freedom. A script is freedom. A training video is freedom. A clear offer page is freedom. A strong onboarding form is freedom. A pricing guide is freedom. Because every time the system answers a question, the owner does not have to. That is freedom. Now, let us talk about the owner's ego. Sometimes the business depends on the owner because the owner secretly likes being needed. That is hard to admit, but it is real. Sometimes we say, my team cannot do it like me. Maybe true, but have you trained them? Sometimes we say, clients only want me. Maybe true, but have you positioned the company properly? Sometimes we say, it is faster if I do it myself. Maybe true today, but if you keep doing it yourself, it will never become faster for anyone else. Sometimes we say, I don't have time to document, but you have time to repeat yourself every week. That is expensive. At some point, the founder must choose. Do I want to be important or do I want to build something important? Because those are not always the same. If the business cannot move without you, you may feel important, but the business is weak. If the business can move because you built leaders, systems, and standards, you may be less needed in the daily chaos, but the business is stronger. That is maturity. Now I want to give you a simple exercise. Write down the 5 questions people ask you every week. Clients, team, suppliers, partners, anyone. 5 questions. Then ask yourself, why am I still answering this manually? If the question repeats, the answer should become an asset. If clients keep asking for pricing, create a pricing guide. If clients keep asking what is included, create an offer page. If team members keep asking how to do something, create an SOP. If customers keep asking how to prepare, create an onboarding guide. If people keep asking who you are, create a better about page. Repeated questions are not interruptions. They are system invitations. They are showing you where documentation is missing. Now, let us talk about AI prompts. A lot of people obsess over prompts. Prompts matter, but context matters more. If you give AI weak context, you get weak output. If you give AI clear context, you get better output. So, before you ask AI to help you, give it the right material. Give it your offer. Give it your audience. Give it your tone. Give it your standards. Give it your examples. Give it your constraints. Give it your process. Give it your goal. AI is not a mind reader. It is a leverage tool. And leverage works better when direction is clear. For your team, do not just give them AI access. Give them AI rules. What tools are approved? What information must never be uploaded? What tone should we use? What must be checked by a human? What can AI draft? What can AI never decide? How do we protect client data? How do we keep the brand voice consistent? AI can create speed, but speed without governance creates risk. Do not let your business become careless because the tool is exciting. Be wise. Now let's talk about money. Business must make money. A system that does not improve value, speed, quality, or sales is just decoration. So when you use AI, ask where it affects money. Does it help us attract better leads? Does it help us respond faster? Does it help us close more clearly? Does it help us deliver with fewer mistakes? Does it help us retain clients? Does it help us reduce rework? Does it help us train people faster? Does it help us create assets that keep working? That is how AI connects to profit. Do not use AI just because it is impressive. Use it where it improves the business. One of the biggest opportunities is productizing your service. Built to Sell loves productized offers. Why? Because custom everything creates owner dependence. If every client gets a completely different process, price, timeline, and deliverable, the business becomes hard to train and hard to scale. But if you create a productized offer, things become clearer. A website audit package, a conference media package, a brand starter package, a monthly content system, a WhatsApp sales funnel setup, a live stream readiness audit, a design system build, a business process documentation sprint. These are easier to explain, easier to sell, easier to deliver, easier to train, easier to improve. That is why productization matters. You are no longer just selling your time, you are selling a system. Now let me give you a simple challenge. After this video, do not go and download 10 AI tools. Do not go and watch 20 more videos. Do not go and start a new idea. Pick one bottleneck, then create one asset, a sales script, a client intake form, a delivery checklist, a pricing guide, a proposal template, a follow-up sequence, a content calendar, a design review checklist, a staff training guide. One asset. Because one useful asset beats 10 exciting ideas. Implementation is where the money is, not inspiration. Implementation. Let me make this plain. If you use AI every day, but your business has no new systems, you are not building. You are playing. If you use AI every day, but your team is still confused, you are not building. You are experimenting. If you use AI every day, but clients still wait on you for everything, you are not building. You are performing. Building means the business becomes stronger. Building means the work becomes clearer. Building means the team becomes more capable. Building means the client experience improves. Building means the owner becomes less trapped. That is the standard. AI can produce average very quickly, but average is not enough, especially if you are building a premium brand. So do not use AI to become average faster. Use AI to create more room for excellence. Let AI handle the rough draft so you can focus on judgment. Let AI organize the notes so you can focus on insight. Let AI draft the checklist so you can focus on quality. Let AI produce options so you can choose with taste. The human still matters. Taste matters. Wisdom matters. Discernment matters. Context matters. Care matters. The future does not belong to people who simply use AI. The future belongs to people who combine AI with taste, trust, and systems. Now, let me give you the Built to Sell AI principle again. Every repeated action should become a reusable asset. If you repeat a message, make it a template. If you repeat a task, make it a checklist. If you repeat a decision, make it a rule. If you repeat a lesson, make it training. If you repeat a sale, make it a script. If you repeat a service, make it an offer. If you repeat a mistake, make it a prevention system. Now, let us bring this to your next 90 days. Do not try to automate everything. Do this instead. Month 1, document. Capture the main processes: sales, delivery, onboarding, content, client communication. Do not make them perfect, just capture. Month 2, standardize. Turn the captured processes into templates, checklists, and scripts. Test them, use them, let the team use them, improve them. Month 3, delegate and multiply. Train someone else using the system. Use AI to help them. Measure what improves: speed, quality, client satisfaction, revenue, reduced owner involvement. That is a real 90-day plan. Simple, useful, powerful. At first, it will feel slow because documentation feels slower than doing, but that is a trap. Doing it yourself feels faster today. Documenting it makes it faster forever. That is the trade. Do you want fast today, or do you want freedom tomorrow? Sometimes you must slow down to remove the thing that keeps slowing you down. That is wisdom. Busy is not proof of progress. Busy is often proof of poor structure. You can be busy and still not be building. You can be tired and still not be profitable. You can be in demand and still not be scalable. You can have clients and still not have a business that can run. So do not worship busy. Build structure. Order matters. Order creates fruitfulness. Order creates multiplication. Order creates stewardship. When you build systems, you are not becoming less creative. You are creating order so the gift can multiply without destroying the vessel. A gift without order can become a burden. A calling without structure can become exhaustion. A business without systems can become bondage. So we build with wisdom. Now, I want to close with this picture. Imagine 2 business owners. Both are talented. Both work hard. Both care about clients. Both discover AI. The first owner uses AI to do more personally. More posts, more designs, more proposals, more ideas, more late nights, more pressure. After 6 months, the business is busier, but the owner is more tired. The second owner uses AI differently. They use AI to document their offer. They use AI to create an intake form. They use AI to write SOPs. They use AI to train the team. They use AI to build templates. They use AI to create client communication. They use AI to turn their book into content. They use AI to package their service. They use AI to reduce repeated questions. After 6 months, the business is clearer. The team is stronger. The clients are better informed. The owner is less involved in repeated work. That second owner is building to sell. Same tool, different philosophy. That is why philosophy matters. AI is not enough. Your thinking must be right. Your business model must be right. Your offer must be right. Your systems must be right. Your values must be right. Now, here is the final assignment. Take 1 page. Write this at the top. Where does my business still depend on me? Then list everything: sales, quoting, design, delivery, approvals, follow-up, client updates, payments, training, content, quality, operations. Then choose the one that is costing you the most time, money, or peace. That is your starting point. Do not start everywhere. Start there. Capture it, clarify it, convert it, codify it, compound it. That is the work. And if you do that consistently, your business will begin to change. Not because AI saved you, but because you used AI with wisdom. You used it to build systems. You used it to reduce owner dependence. You used it to turn your knowledge into assets. You used it to make your business more valuable. That is built to sell in the AI age. The future does not belong to the owner who does everything. The future belongs to the owner who builds what can work without them. And now, I am going to hand you back to the real Bruce, because TinAi can carry the message. TinAi can multiply the teaching. TinAi can help demonstrate the leverage. But Bruce is the source, the author, the founder, the one building this with you in real life. So stay with me. Here is Bruce.